Hello YouTube, Assassin here. I'm going to start a playthrough of Enigmatica2Expert. I should say I'm going to start a new playthrough of Enigmatica2Expert. I had one going, I kind of did a little channel update video, didn't get much of anything from that video, so I decided it would, if I'm going to give this a go, probably be best to, just start a new playthrough so we can get started from the beginning and go from there, as opposed to kind of hopping into a base that's already like, 3/4 of the way, half to 3/4 of the way through the game. Now, I have noticed, because I already have experience with the pack, I do know that there are a couple of mods that don't behave well. Um, Applied Energistics is actually one of those mods. The P2P channels have a bad habit of disconnecting when you load the game. So by running it on a multiplayer server, the game can just kind of continue running, and I don't have to go through and fix the base every time I start recording an episode. There's a couple of other mods that have weird disconnects as well on load, and again, by simply running this on a multiplayer server in the background, kind of fix um, that issue without it becoming an issue. So that's the one and only reason that I am going to be running this on a multiplayer server. Um, the other thing I want to point out is I am using the Sortex fanware and modded version as well. I have gone in and removed a bunch of the GUI elements because um, they don't display quite right. They make the display like a real janky, and they don't work well. So just to keep things clean and neat, I went ahead and I literally just unzipped the texture pack, searched GUI, deleted all the GUI folders, zipped it back up, done. Because there were some weird artifacts left over. I'm not sure why. Uh, that's a convenient spawn. I'm not sure if there's an easy way to fix them or not, but basically, um, if I were to look up the recipe for a thing, there would be like weird artifacts around the edges. They wouldn't line up in the grid right, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbookmark everything. I had started this before, however, due to some lack of knowledge on my part, I'm having to restart this project. And I just decided I'd only gotten a couple of hours in, so I'm just restarting the project entirely from scratch. So since we're right here at a village, let's go ahead and do some village looting. Definitely want to get the bed. Another good thing to always grab are the chests, because a lot of the recipes have been changed, even for simple things like chests, furnace, that sort of thing. I'm just going to grab this because that has actually been, well, you only get 2 planks per wood instead of 4, so, I know. I'm feeling greedy, basically. Let's see what's in this side. We don't need a second bed, really. I will take a second one of these, because for tinkers, we're going to definitely want to get that. And we do have vein miner in here, or I guess it's ore excavator. So just check your keybind on that. For me, it's grave, which is, or it's called grave in Minecraft. It's called tilde by the rest of the world. It's the key to the right of the 1 on across your numbers across the top of your keyboard. Get some spruce saplings here as well. So like a chest, for instance, you either need to make wooden tough rods from Tinker's Construct, or you need to use treated wood planks from Immersive Engineering. And let me not disable the map, delete the map, all dimensions, because I don't want the old map if our coordinates ever line up, I don't want the old map coordinating with the or overwriting showing me stuff that isn't there. Conflicting, that was the word. I was having a conflict of words. Nice. Jellies. Yeah, that's a boring one. I'll go ahead and grab this library just because we're here. These are not what you would call reference books. That's vanilla. Church. Now, I found out that some churches, about 1/3, will have a peace candle spawned right there. I don't think it can spawn anywhere else in the churches. No. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was hoping there would be one in here. Because those things are really cool. Let's see, that was the one that had the jellies in it. I may have hit everything in this village. It's hard to tell with all these trees, but... well, whatever. Shaded garden, I'll take it. A couple of things to know about the pack in general. One is that you do have a nutrition that you kind of want to pay attention to. You can access that either from your inventory and click on nutrition, or you can just hit N, Nancy, and it also brings it up. They've also revamped all the mining levels, so you do actually need to kind of upgrade your pick as you go, either by replacing the head with a new material or applying a sharpening kit, so you can actually, you know, mine stuff. And, well, I have a bed, so I'm not too worried about it becoming nighttime. I would like to try and find somewhere reasonably flat. We don't need, like, a savanna, necessarily, but we could definitely, like, look for some water features or something like that, so that we don't have a completely boring landscape. But something a little bit flatter than this would be nice. I say as I head towards an extreme hills biome. Alright, and once it's dark enough here, we'll just sleep through the night. Sweet dreams! Okay. So, like, that's a good place to look for an astral sorcery thing, at some point. Don't really want to look for it now. Good place to keep in mind for gravel. I really didn't want to do this much exploring right off of the bat. You know, I think we've just run the wrong direction, really. That's an interesting snow, sand, I can't even tell. It looks too white on the mini map to be sand. Oh, it could be bones. Is that all bone block? That'll be the biggest bone block structure I've ever seen. It is. Oh, wow. Ow. Go away, skeleton. I was just admiring this. So, normally, I see, like, little bitty ones in the ground that essentially, more or less, kind of look like a dragon. I'm thinking, like... yeah, I don't have a clue. I was thinking whale from this side, but now I'm not sure, because it goes up again there. It could be like a giant bear or something. I don't even know. Let's eat this fish. Don't need that. Don't really need that either, and I'll put this on. So, there do seem to be some textures that weren't done. But that's okay. Alright, this is more like it. Biome-wise. This is a managlin. Managlin. Something like that, okay. Whew. Yes, please. I will take that. These are actually an okay food source. Kind of. Um, they kind of root you in place when you eat them. Because, or no, wait, I'm thinking of iron berries. Never mind. These are actually a pretty good food source, except that they don't technically have any nutrients to them, so they just provide flat food without boosting any of your nutrients. Let's see if that's... That does not appear to be a haunted greatwood over there. Nope, no cobwebs. We'll just leave it there for now. Just looking to see if there might be like a nice little... Like that's kind of a pond, but maybe we'll just go along the river over here and split the base. Maybe at some point, I don't know. Let's look at the map for a minute. So we're here. This isn't really as flat as I thought it would be, but that might be okay. We could kind of base like in this area here, in between these two rivers. That would kind of be cool. We got... Oh no, that's just a dirt structure. I thought that was a structure of some kind. So let's get some starting things done. Punch a few trees. Make a few things. There is fast decay for the leaves, maybe you've noticed before, so you don't need to bother vein mining the leaves, which saves you on your hunger, which is nice. Got an apple. Alright. So I think we're gonna call this kind of maybe our starting area. For now, we might move sooner rather than later, but we'll see what happens. For right now, I'm just gonna upgrade both of these. We're gonna take one, get ourselves some patterns. Get 4 more sticks here. There we go. There we go. Get 24 patterns to start with. Alright, so that bad boy, we need this, we need the other crafting station, then I thought we found one chest. Definitely want to do some more, bit more exploring, because I would really like to have more than one chest. So stencil table, pattern chest, part builder, tool station. As long as the part builder and stencil table are both touching the pattern chest in any of the 6 directions, they can, or excuse me, in any of the 4 directions, top or bottom doesn't count as far as I know. They can interface with it directly so that your stencil table is able to put patterns directly into the pattern chest without actually leaving this screen. And tool rod. These are really hard to see for some reason. I think this one, Vanguard. Yeah, that's the one. And sword blade. Yeah. And then additionally, as long as you have a crafting station, again, touching any of these blocks, then it becomes effectively a multi-block station or multi-block structure that has all of the stations in it. So if we go to our part builder here, we can start to make our pick. Although I want to get some flint. Yeah, I don't want that. I want to get some flint before we really make it, because I want to use flint for the head rather than wood. So there should be some gravel right around here. There's some. I see some clay as well. And some sand. Oh, there's some gravel right here. Perfect. Get this sand. Now, vein mining does eat up your hunger. It's it winds up. It looks like it's really quick, but if you were to actually stand there and mine all the stuff and take all the time to mine all of those things, you'd probably just, through the nature of moving around and the exertion of mining, you'd wind up using at least about the same amount of saturation. So it's pretty fair. Get some of these flowers out of the way here. Go away. Just out of the immediate vicinity. Now, you don't actually need the quest book in your inventory. You can bind it. I have mine bound to Y, but it's called Open Quests. So if you just search for quest, right there, you'll find it. And what that allows you to do, again, you can open your quests without actually having that book in your inventory. Saves you a spot. The first task is just check this box and you're good to go. You get some stuff. This talks about the ore excavation, vein miner. It gives you 4 chests as a reward. Cool. And then you get the flint for that first one. And we've got a choice here. I guess I'll go with a steel knife blade, because honestly I don't think I'm going to use it, but yeah. Alright, now the armor is cool to have. I am actually going to save this tanned leather, though, because I want to make more of it. The nice thing about this is if we make the top, the middle, and the bottom out of tanned leather, we will have a backpack that's a double chest worth of space that is just extra space in our inventory. So we'll have our regular inventory and then another whatever, 54 slots, right? Yeah, 54 slots of inventory space in our backpack as well. And because we need a total of 14 of this, if we just save this for now, and don't make it into a backpack right off the bat, which you can do, but you get a little bitty. It's only 2 lines. It's 18 slots. If you make it out of what they've given you here. The wooden frame, the frame tier doesn't matter. It's the tier of the leather that determines the size of the backpack. The frame tier, I assume, since this backpack mod is more or less a rewrite of the was it the Iron Backpacks mod? I assume that's why they have different tiers of frame, because they plan on, introducing other upgrades that you can put onto the backpack, just as the Iron Backpacks did. They're not there yet, so the frame tier doesn't matter. So now that we have that flint, let's go ahead and we're going to need 2 of it. And get our pickaxe. There we go. So then our next thing is going to be make a bucket and then get started, a clay bucket, and then get started on the smeltery. So we got that. And then furnaces are unfortunately something else that you're definitely going to want to pick up, because your basic furnace is quite a bit different than just eight cobblestone in a square. Yeah. So I might, before we leave here, let's just set a home waypoint. And these are all bad. Just, they don't apply anymore. They're for the previous world that I tried to start this in. And let's go see if we can find another village real quick. If not, then let's see here. Got anything on the minimap at all? No. Not really. Maybe go just a little bit farther. I know that's kind of cheating, because like there's no way IRL you'd be able to see over that mountain. No, it looks like it hasn't really filled in yet. Oh, I'm also heading in the wrong direction. Haha. So if there isn't a village over here, then what I'll probably do is just wrap up the episode, do more exploring, get some basic mining done. I'm completely out of food now, so we're gonna... Oh, there's so much to do. Might get a basic farm started. I can't even run right now. Oh, you know what? I bet that was those mushrooms. Yeah, that brownness that we saw. Oh, there's definitely something artificial here. Oh, there it is. Some sort of house. But I'll get a bunch of the initial mining, chopping down a bunch of trees and gathering just a bunch of cobblestone and, all that boring stuff that you have to do to get started in Minecraft, but is boring stuff that you have to do to get started in Minecraft. But doesn't really need to be viewed. Oh god, I hit the V shroom. It's this shaded garden here. Jute. That doesn't sound like something you should be eating. Okay then. You can eat string, apparently. Let's see what's over here real quick. Oh, that's an astral. These are handy. You definitely want to keep an eye out for these things, because they always have at least one. I can't mine this yet. There's a chest under one of these pillars, but my pick, if you see up there at the top, oh, there was... if you see up there at the top, it says copper mining level, or harvest level, and my pick, because it's made out of flint, can only harvest, whatever, stone. Yeah, mining level flint. So, like, I can break this cobblestone. Oh, this is moss stone, but I can break that. Right, I can vein mine it, in that case. You can vein mine regular stone as well. But, yeah. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. Wrap up, get some basic resource gathering done, get some more exploring done, and then come back next time. We will get started on the smeltery, and moving forward with that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next episode.